Right, Davey. What made you take rugby? Why not choose soccer or Gaelic? Why rugby?
I did choose soccer and Gaelic. Just didn't work out. It wasn't for me.
That's it.
That's it.
Simple as that. The bio in the program that Barry wrote says you always play with a smile on your face. Is that true?
Yeah, always. Always loved rugby. Always never missed a training session. It's always there. Tuesday, Thursday night.
Yeah.
Without fail. Yeah.
Very disciplined.
Very disciplined, yeah.
It's
Always.
sober.
Always.
Fair enough. Who was the best player you ever got to play with?
Mark Karen.
Yeah. Second best.
So it's a question that you can't answer because I played with Brian O'Driscoll, but he wasn't at the top of his game. Played with Ian Jones, who was at the top of his game. Played Eric Rush, he was at the top of his game in sevens. Serevi, sorry, I never played with Serevi, played against him. He wasn't at the top of his game, but so you can't say. Brian O'Driscoll I played with, best player ever, but not at the time. So played against loads of All Blacks who were at the top of their game at the time. So Ian Jones probably because he was, or Blair Larson because they were. Blair Larson was on his way up as an All Black, and he was just world class.
And he kept you at the North Harbour team. Was that Blair?
No, it was Liam Barry.
Okay. Still second to Mark Carr.
To Mark Carr, probably, yeah. Without doubt. Second round, it was just skill set beyond anybody else.
And you just kind of alluded to playing against Serevi there. That was the Leicester game.
Yeah.
Who was the best player you played against? Was Serevi the best player you played against, or?
No, Blair Larson. Played against Blair Larson in Bay of Plenty one day, and he just ran over me all day. Just every time I got up, he ran over me again.
So yeah. Okay. So there, basically, you played in New Zealand, you played in Lansdowne, Balbriggan. What's the big difference between playing for Skerries against versus those type of teams?
Probably because you grow up with them, they get you more so than.
Well, nobody gets it.
So, and it was very difficult for anybody to get me when I was in New Zealand. They just didn't understand. So, play rugby for fun and for the crack afterwards. Didn't really happen in Lansdowne. It was very, because they're from different walks of life. And they just go home after a game. They have a pint and go home. That's not where I play rugby like.
Yeah.
So there was a general difference, just a crack after the game, like was, and because I lived in the town, it was easy. It was, and you don't have that. You don't have the crack in New Zealand anywhere.
Anywhere. Rubbish crack.
It's just not the same as the crack that you have with people that you grow up with all the time. So.
What are your most outstanding memories from playing with Skerries? Like, what's the pinnacle there for Skerries for you?
It'd have to be the cup final. But then loads of different games have different memories. I wouldn't remember a whole lot from one match or another match, but so probably because you've seen the one on video more so than anything else. That's why I probably remember it more. But
the try against Mary's.
Try against Mary's, but the actual final as well. Like remember the final and the before and build up to it. Like it was.
And is that more special than some of the memories you've had playing for Leinster?
No, but they'd be on a par. you know, definitely on par. So the only great memory I have with Leinster was beating Leicester. That was it.
What about the trip to Italy?
Not great. It was,
Passport?
no, it was just another story. Like it was. So we went to Italy, and the guy that I played with in New Zealand, Richard Turner, all back for, was playing against me in Milan, and we got on the sauce afterwards, and don't remember much of the night, like, but yeah, it was good crack. It was, I shouldn't say, like, but yeah,
Okay.
it was good crack. It was definitely.
And rugby regrets? Have you any rugby regrets?
No, no, I did what I did for I had a good reason at the time, I'm sure. No, I wouldn't have any regrets.
Do you feel you were unfortunate not to go further in your career?
No, there's every club has players that everybody says should have been and could have been, but no, I don't feel. I didn't love the game. I did love the game, but I didn't love the game the way that new players coming into the Leinster squad. They had a completely different attitude towards the game, like, and I was 27 at the time, and when I went professional, so it was very different, and I probably didn't have the commitment that they certainly had coming in. And then looking at other lads, the likes of Shane Byrne and stuff, and Shane was a great player, but so committed, like unbelievable. Like this, he really didn't miss training on Tuesday and Thursday. I might have missed one or two.
Just one or two.
Hmm.
You probably have pencil in the fire. Being a Skerry's club captain, do you regret never making that? Is it something, an accolade that you ever wanted, or
No, that would need to be the boss.
would you consider now going forward for presidency this centenary year coming up?
Yeah, certainly,
name?
definitely. Throw me name in the hat.
We start a campaign. And I think finally we just ask you who was better, Paddy, you, or Cleaner?
Cleaner.
Cleaner.